Hey strangers, it's Christina, and it has been a hot minute since I've done a YouTube video, so I need to get back in the swing of things, but it has just been a crazy, chaotic second half of the year, per usual. But I'm really excited to break that streak today to bring you a review on this really adorable, affordable wig from Uniwigs. So this here is Luna from Uniwigs, and it is a Remy human hair piece. Now, if I'm being 100% honest, I was a little nervous about this one being sent to me. I tend to be weird about shorter pieces, and blondes can be very hit or miss for me. If it goes a little too warm on me, I feel like I look like death. And so I was a little nervous about this one and how I was going to like it. But I am completely blown away and pleasantly surprised by this absolutely adorable piece. So Luna here is described on the website as 14 inches. Now I will say it is once again a very generous 14 inches. I feel like Uniwigs pieces tend to be a little bit longer than what it says on the website. So I got this piece and it had insane box hair, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this wig dirty like that. So I had actually kept it in the box for quite some time before I opened it. So I took a flat iron, sprayed it down with some heat protectant spray, did a flat iron through it, just kind of straighten out the curls that were already in it. And then I went in with my 1.5 inch curling iron and just did some loose beachy waves, because you know that's my jam. And it is absolutely adorable, but it is definitely longer than 14 inches. So I did not measure it when it was straight, but it's definitely probably a couple inches, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches longer when it's straight. But this, from the center part down to here to the longest piece, is 15 inches. So it's probably more like a 16.5 inch wig, which I don't mind. I actually prefer that it's a little bit longer, and I would rather have it be too long than too short, because you can always trim it up. You can't add hair back in. So that to me is not a knock. It's actually a plus for me, because I really love this length. I think this length is super flattering. I love the kind of choppy bob haircut that it has, like some very subtle layers running through it. It's a little bit, seems like it's a little bit longer, maybe like a slight A-line bob, but super duper cute. And this color is really beautiful. So the color is 674R. It's called their Signature Blonde. And I feel like this is the perfect blonde that is, it's cool, but it's not too cool, but it's just like on the verge. You know what I mean? Like it still has a little bit of warmth in it, but it has that kind of cool ashy edge to it. And I love the rooting on it. It's a very subtle, I would say dark blonde root. It's not a brown root. It's more of just a dark kind of ashy blonde, which I think is really natural and beautiful. And as you can see, the knot situation is really good. I don't have any issues seeing any knots. And if you are just hypersensitive about that stuff, excuse me, it's that time of year where I get a little hoarse, but if you are hypersensitive about knots, to me, I would prefer my knots be fully bleached, just because it's going to compromise the integrity of your wig and the hair longevity. So always just opt for covering them up with a little bit of makeup or concealer, a little translucent powder. It's going to take care of those knots that you may be bothered by. But for me, like I said, I don't feel like the knots are visible at all. So this density is 150%. I would say that that's pretty accurate. It's for as light weight of a wig that this is. There's quite a bit of hair in it, but it's still very, I think it's the way that they have it cut. They kind of have it thinned out a little bit with the layers. And so it is very natural. It's not heavy, super lightweight, but still a lot of hair to work with, which I like. The cap size is a 22 inch. So Uniwigs pieces, in my opinion, are always going to be on the larger side. So I have a 21.75 inch circumference, And I typically have to cinch these in just a little bit. This particular wig, I only have cinched in one extra loophole, and it fits perfectly. Now, I will say that these do not have ear tabs. And so when it comes in, it's going to come in with lace. I already have the lace trimmed up, so I could style it, but it's going to come with a little bit of lace that you're going to have to trim to your hairline. I always leave a little bit extra lace just in case I need to trim it up if it starts to fray or anything like that. But when it comes in, you're not gonna have ear tabs. And so as you can see, this kind of is a little too big right here, but I wanted to be able to show you what size that it is on me. So this is no big deal at all. And actually, I believe it was on either my Christina wig or my Charlotte wig. I showed you guys how I just easily trim this to fit my personal hairline. So don't be afraid. I know it's always scary, especially if you're a new wig wearer, to be like, I don't want to cut into the hair on my brand new wig. It's a really scary feeling, but don't be afraid to do that because it's going to fit you so much better and you're not going to have this flap just kind of sitting over your face, which is going to make it feel like it's too big. You can't see it right now because the hair is covering it, so it's not that big of a deal. But just so you all know that this can definitely be trimmed up, and I would just trim it right at my hairline. And as you can see, my bio hair, which is a natural, like very ashy toned brown, light brown, really goes well with the rooting on this. So I'm definitely going to trim these back and then maybe pull out some of my bio hair right there at the temple. But super cute. I feel like the hair feels really nice. It's very soft. It seems like it's holding a curl very well. So I'm very pleasantly surprised with this one. So make sure that you go check out Luna on Uniwigs. You can always use my discount code. It's Christina15. Remember, I spell my name really differently. So it's Kristyna 15, and you can save 15% off of your order no matter what you purchase on Uniwigs. So I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that y'all are surviving the holiday season and that you are ready for 2024. So I hope to see you here next time. Bye.